I am ready to podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Best Podcast of the World, the Otakuology Podcast.
That's right.
And today, Otaku Mike's going to talk to you about staying in school, not doing drugs or drinking, and other things like that you in school.
So what you want to do is do drugs, do all the drugs.
Oh my god.
You want to start out with black tar heroin, which is
Oh my
the
god.
best drug ever.
The hell.
And then you move up to some cocaine, and then all the other stuff.
That's what I hear in the store right now since it's Christmas time, and buy black coal chocolate to eat and get you some candy canes and go from there. Got
Yeah, we could do that, I guess.
it. And then Otaku Mike's gonna eat a 3-pound gummy bear. Woohoo!
I saw a 1 pound gummy bear the other day, and part of me thought about it for a second.
Come on, you gotta do it.
Then I was like, I don't like gummy bears that much.
So you should get the gummy T-Rex.
Maybe.
Or if you can find the gummy unicorn. The only crazy thing about that, because I did that at one point. When I did that, it had sparkles in it. And so I was like, oh my God, when I poop, it's going to be all sparkly.
Did you have sparkles in your poop?
I didn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was caught between being happy about it and being upset. So.
Oh, that's terrible.
Right.
Yet, somewhat fabulous, I would say.
It's fabulous.
But we wanted to have like a quick discussion. Some breaking news happened yesterday, I want to say.
Like,
Ash Ketchum is no longer going to be the main protagonist in Pokemon.
Bum, bum, bum.
Can you believe he's been the main character in Pokemon for 25 years?
Yeah, and this motherfucker hasn't aged once.
No, he hasn't. But he finally became the Pokemon champion, and I guess they were like, well, what the fuck are we going to do with him now?
Here's the upsetting part. Ash never got to catch all the Pokemon, so.
True. He never got to catch them all, but he did become the Pokemon Master. But he did catch a bunch of Pokemon.
That's true. That is true.
My question is for you. So I kind of dropped out of the Pokemon anime.
Okay.
And from what I heard, like I kind of dabbled in the Alola one. I thought that one was kind of terrible, to be honest. Which was like a couple ago, I think. And I heard Pokemon. Is it Pokemon Journeys?
Yeah.
The new one. I heard that one was actually pretty good.
It is pretty good.
I thought they were kind of setting up Go to be the next protagonist.
So I will agree with you, except for one thing, that Go is all about catching Pokemon, not actually battling Pokemon.
Okay, he is.
Yeah, so the only other thing I can kind of throw that back to is, remember when he journeyed with May?
Oh, yes.
May was the fashion competitions or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like,
Uh-huh.
So you got these two different branches. As far as it goes, if they would include anybody else, I have no idea. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure on that, or if they will just make a totally new original character. But
So what I heard that they were doing
yeah,
is so they're gonna start with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which are the new Pokemon
yeah,
uh games. They're gonna have two protagonists. I don't remember what their names are, but I guess the guy and the girl uh characters in those, they're going to be the main characters.
yeah.
Which begs the question, will we get new main characters for each iteration of Pokemon going forward?
I don't know.
Or
Or
will
will
we
we
stick
have
with these
these?
two? Which is very interesting because it very much goes in kind of with the manga.
Right,
Because, the manga, Red's not the main character the whole time.
right.
Which will we see Ash come back? Or is Ash done for good?
This is true. I mean,
But I wonder,
I think it for them to kind of revamp the whole series and kind of go off of the manga.
like, just like fucking reboot it altogether.
Yeah. We're like, hey, we're going through Kanto. Next year we'll do Johto,
Yeah,
kind of go
kind of like the Pokemon Origins anime.
sort of.
Yeah,
Sort of, yeah.
so you could take like the manga stories and turn it into the anime, hypothetically.
Yes.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. So one of the problems that I always found really with the Pokemon series is you have all these Pokemon that you're doing stuff with, and in a sense, it did kind of make the games. It made the series kind of like the games
Yeah,
by how it was like, hey, you don't actually like transfer any Pokemon over,
yeah,
and that was always something that I thought was kind of dumb that they should have banked on is that you do have these other Pokemon from other they could have pivotally made stories off of as well because like we know uh Ash had Bulbasaur and Bulbasaur could have been in all of these other series as well.
yeah. You kind of just abandoned them with Professor Oak.
Right. So, that was one of the things I always felt like with that is it was almost like an extension of like Pokemon Pikachu, but then it went into every other
Hmm.
version as we went into the future, and the only one that he still had was Pikachu.
Yeah. My question though, playing devil's advocate a little bit, do you think it's too little too late to finally shake up the Pokemon formula?
Um, yeah, no. Yes, in the sense that had Ash with it this whole time
Hmm.
and all that. And I mean, we've had all these like weird Pokemon and other things as well. So I say yes in that sense. But
Yeah.
the other thing is I don't think Ash should have ever held on this long.
Hmm.
If that makes just we do as people we do like to see that progression. Um, taking like Game of Thrones for example, we got to see Bran Stark, from when he was like a little boy all the way up until he was a teenager,
Yeah.
or Harry Potter, we got to see him and then him grow up to be the character that we know towards this. While with Pokemon, we didn't get that. We had this whole thing of, hey, here's Ash, and what's going to happen from
Ash
there.
is what, like 13 or whatever,
Yeah, or
the
10.
whole time.
Yeah, 10 or 11.
You could say he kind of evolved or matured personality wise
This is true.
ish, kind of, but he never fully aged,
True.
you know?
Very true.
Like
Um,
he almost became like the mentor to a lot of other characters, kind of.
yeah, all and friends and stuff, and that was one of the other things I feel like because with Legends with Go, and then
Mhm.
we technically, I think it was the series right before it. Um, I think it was Sun and Moon, maybe.
Yeah,
They both had things where there were kids from when he was a little kid that he met before,
yeah,
you know, and so we're kind of having that. But the thing is it's kind of like, oh, this is a new idea for us to incorporate this for everybody and say, oh, yeah, he knew these kids already. That's why he's got such a good friendship with them or whatever. But then that also leads into like you have all these other people that you could have used too, because what's his name? Indigo, which is the first set of everything. Um,
Gary.
no, 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 not Gary. It's the other redheaded boy that like
Oh,
he had like the same exact Pokemon as Ash,
yeah.
and
Which he kind of showed up in Pokemon Chronicles.
yeah,
No, Richie. It's Richie, right?
yeah, that sounds right. I was thinking Rudy, and I was like, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
But
Which
like
I don't know if Richie like ever really came back into Ash's life.
no, but that's another thing that would have been cool is you do have all these people that are trying to go do stuff. Like, why not spawn it off and give us some of these other stories or whatever?
Well, they did try to do that with Pokemon Chronicles. I don't remember if you remember that short-lived series, but they had like ones with like Professor Oak and Gary and Richie and all these other characters, and
Yeah,
Ash wasn't in that show.
yeah.
Like
I don't
I vaguely remember that show.
I don't know if I know what that is because I know that you can watch it on YouTube. You can watch Pokemon Generations,
It's
which
not
goes,
Generations.
yeah, this one's Generations that I'm talking about.
Well, the one I'm talking about is Chronicles, which is were short stories, like an episode a piece, where they would have short stories with it with like the characters in different adventures.
Yeah, so the one I'm talking about it was more informative based off of the ages. So
Mhm.
like it took the very first set of the game and told you about it, and then would take the next one, and there are like 7 or 8 of them. So
Yeah,
you kind of get to see like it was like 7 minutes
yeah,
of all this stuff,
yeah.
and then
The one I'm talking about, they were like full blown episodes.
yeah, and
But
then
yeah,
the other one that I know of is the one where they took the video game and they set it up like the video game. So while you're watching it, they you'd see like a video game screen pop up and it would give the options and the thing would move around on there. I
mhm.
can't remember what that one was called though.
Let me ask you what what because I sent you the screenshot of this happening, like the big news breaking.
Yeah.
What went through your head, like when you heard about it?
Um, I thought it could be hoaxy
Yeah,
because I was like, would they really do that?
yeah, or like a gimmick kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you gotta think the other weird thing that we've had is like, and we can kind of base it off of the podcast.
yeah,
Is thing about when we first did the whole thing for like the 20th or the 25th anniversary thing, like
yeah, which was
at
like last year.
yeah at the beginning of last year. So like we have that, and then we have this where Ash has been around for 25 years.
Yeah,
So it's just kind of weird how we do have 25 and 25, so to speak.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think
I
it's
gotta
kind
be
of
honest,
weird.
I kind of felt a little sad. Like a part of my childhood was dying and going off, and Like
I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what I feel about it per se, because I'm kind of glad we're getting away from it, but
it
it's
reminds me almost when like Brock and Misty left,
yeah. Yeah, because we
and
had
then like
them for
Brock
like
came
two
back.
seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, but Misty never really came back.
No.
She came because I guess she was too controversial or something. I don't know.
I have no idea.
You know, I mean,
Um,
I know she came back like here and there, but like not like a lot.
yeah. Um, I don't know, but here's another thing to think about with that as well. Like, um, who's going to be like the new face? Like, because obviously, unless they give one of these characters Pikachu,
Yeah.
we're not going to have
From
main.
what I heard, I think it's just going to be the starters.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the starters of what they said.
Yeah.
But,
And
I mean,
and
Pikachu will always be the face of Pokemon,
see,
but
and here's another thing that I would like to see, right? Is having three protagonists
oh, that would be interesting.
and going off on their own adventures and then having the team would be like Team Rocket because you realize like they're probably going to get replaced as well.
Oh yeah, thinking about that, like, where's Team Rocket gonna go?
Yeah. And I mean, the other bad thing is like, if you go back, like they did play like a big pivotal spot in this.
Yeah,
And I feel like they kind of got thrown at the wayside for some of these other teams, but they still wanted them on the screen for screen time and whatnot. And I think it really made it shitty for them.
yeah,
But when we got into generations, you did have where Jesse and James did have more pivotal moments
hmm
in generations where they focused on, hey, we have this little hideout and there's this Pokemon that's in there that keeps eating all of our food. So you had episodes where they're like, we're trying to get him to go away, we're trying to do that,
yeah.
So we did have that old thing of Jesse and James being like, oh yeah, they're here on a regular basis, um, stuff like that. But I would like to see it whether they have a Team Rocket kind of
hmm
group established or not. I would like to see at least the three protagonists if they could.
Throwing this out there,
Yeah.
what if they brought back, was it Butch and Cassidy?
Oh my God. I don't know if they can do that because I think Butch and Cassidy are like in jail.
What if they escape?
Oh my God.
We're back.
Or I mean, what if they brought back Giovanni?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
You um, no, but I would like to see how it is like in the manga, where we'll be
yeah,
reading chapter and we'll have Ash as the main focus of that, or Red as
yeah,
the main focus, and then it swaps over and we'll have Blue as the main focus.
yeah.
We get chapters like that, and then
I
even
mean, that
more
would
so.
be interesting to do, but I don't. I think they're going in a completely different direction, like they've already announced.
I don't know.
Like, because they've already said they're going to do Scarlet and Violet with these two new people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, if they did it with both of those, they could still split them up. I mean, you'd have the.
yeah,
You could technically still do that because that's another common occurrence with like almost everything in like the Pokemon Adventures
hmm
manga is we always start with just two people, and then the third starter shows up at some point.
yeah,
Just like it's like we only had red and blue, and then later on they introduced green. So,
yeah.
um,
It'll definitely be like a lot of people seem to like almost be like mourning Ash in a way.
yeah,
Like it seemed because I loved reading like comments and stuff, and like it's like almost like, oh, like R.I.P. Ash, R.I.P. like 25 years. I can't believe he's going away. What if they just bring him back if this doesn't work?
Oh my gosh. I don't
Like, what
know.
if this flops so hard? Like, oh, we got to bring him back.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because that's what I'm saying. Like, with one thing is, if you have both of these characters around each other all the time, we're
Yeah,
basically gonna turn into a gosh, what thing in the was it?
yeah,
And Diamond and Pearl just seemed like a letdown, kind of sort of reading it through the manga because they were always together and they never really fought or anything else. So
yeah.
we're gonna have it where there's gonna be one character that stands out more, and they're not gonna seem like they blossom as much as
True. Like one might get pushed to the side. Yeah, but it'll be interesting. I want to see the end of what exactly they're gonna do with Ash, and what, will he get the send off he deserves, or will it be like shitty?
well, and if he's the world champion, will the people face him at the end of their journey?
True. Yeah, that would be interesting.
So
Yeah, we don't know, but I think this is we had a good conversation here, and
well,
let's wrap up this
I still got
podcast.
some questions, okay?
Okay, what?
Okay, so what do you think in terms of where the starting point for this will be?
I don't know. I don't. I
Well,
haven't played the new game, so I can't tell you yes or no where it's going to be.
well, I mean, just will it be set more in the future where like Ash
I
and
could I could say probably it would be probably set in the future of Pokemon,
yeah,
and we have these two fresh protagonists,
yeah,
kind of like with Ash. Like, so we'll say like all of Ash adventures happened, and Ash's journey ends, and then we pick up with these new characters, I would say.
yeah,
Or he meets these two new characters on the way towards the end of his journey, and then we pick up with them.
yeah.
Almost like a passing of the torch type of scenario.
Well, and I wonder if it will be that, or if we'll see Ash as an adult, and then it'll be the passing of the torch, and
I mean, they made Red grow up. Why can't they make Ash grow up?
right. I agree.
So,
I agree. That does total sense. You know, especially because they haven't done it, so it almost be kind of funny to like, hey, this new series is where you're going to see Ash, just for a little bit, but it's going to be
oh,
25.
Ash, you finally hit puberty.
Yeah, it's gonna. Well, no, it's gonna be 25 years in the future.
Oh
Like
yeah, that'd be funny.
it'd be like the reason why we're doing it this way is because all those years Ash really didn't age. Now all at once.
Or what if he has like that Andy Milanakis like disorder where he like just doesn't really age,
Oh my gosh.
where he just looks like he's like young, but he's actually like a 40-year-old man.
Oh my gosh. That'd be so weird. Then it would be
I mean,
like.
that'd be funny. That'd be funny as shit.
Then it would be like. Is it called the girl?
What?
The horror with the little girl that doesn't age and she kills people.
Oh, I don't remember what it's called.
I don't know. I'm sure like Heartless Weave or somebody like that will be like, oh yeah, that's called da 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 da. They'll let us know.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see where Pokemon goes from here.
right. I just say I hope that they don't start out with the water starter anywhere because that guy has been deemed the worst name possible. And
Really?
yeah, and so Trace picked him as his starter, and I'm like, oh my god. we have a special name because, and when I say this, it will ruin everybody's day. They will always see this guy as that now.
What?
We call him Trump Duck
Trump duck?
because
I mean,
it
that's
looks
kind
like
of funny.
he's got a big toupee on.
Yeah. People kind of compared him to like one of the JoJo's protagonists.
Oh no, I mean spot on. When I first saw him, I called him Trump Duck, and my entire friend group has called him Trump Duck since then. I can't even tell you the thing's real name because so many people call him Trump Duck.
Well, this will definitely be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes.
Right? And will it give us the feels from like what we had for the old one and in like generations, or um, will it kind of settle in like how it was in like with the Alola region and stuff?
Yeah.
Because I agree with you, like that wasn't that great.
Hopefully, it doesn't shit the fucking bed.
Just, and I one other thing is I would really like to know what anime style that they're gonna go with.
I think they did like a little preview of what it looks like.
So are they going to go off of like the one that's out right now, which is the generation style, or are we going to get the throwback to like the 90s?
I don't know. That would be interesting to see.
Because whenever we went to Alola and Ash was like a skinny up this show.
Yeah, that one looked really bad. I think that one just sucked altogether.
So,
But anyways, thanks for listening, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
yeah, see you next Tuesday. And remember,
Thanks for listening.
buy the new game so that we can be friends.